Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Riley. I am the crocheter and owner behind Pocketful of Posies. In today's video, I have some updates about my upcoming market, some new makes to share that I've been working on in preparation for that market, and as promised in my last video, some footage of my weekend getaway up in Estes Park with the Colorado Creator Collective. Even though my getaway didn't have anything specifically to do with crochet, I hope you'll stick around and check it out because there was a lot of important information and growth that came out of it. Also, if you're someone who's interested in visiting Colorado, I think it would just be fun to watch and get an idea of what Estes Park is like. So without further ado, grab a project, maybe a yummy snack or beverage, and let's get into it. As I said before, this past weekend I spent time in Estes Park for a getaway that was hosted by the Colorado Creator Collective. This is a group of creators in Colorado who are focused on environmental protection, social justice, and things of that nature. If you've ever been to Colorado, you know this is a beautiful state with a ton of beautiful landscapes and amazing wildlife worth protecting. So this group serves to bring awareness, facilitate advocacy, and encourage others to take a vested interest in this beautiful state that we live in. They don't just do work for Colorado. Some of them are also actively doing advocacy work for other states as well. I'll be tagging all of the creators who I met and listened to in the description down below. Before I kick it over to past Riley, I just want to remind you that if you are interested in crochet patterns, crochet tutorials, market vlogs, pattern roundups, and a little behind the scenes in a small business life as well as life in Colorado, if you're not already subscribed, to subscribe to my channel and to make sure you hit the bell for notifications when I upload new videos. With that said, I'm going to pass it off to past Riley to share all about my weekend in Estes Park. Hey friends, so as I said in my last video, I am going away this weekend. I'm headed to Estes Park to do a little like nature inspired conservation getaway with Come Together Colorado, which is being hosted by one of my favorite creators. Even if she wasn't in Colorado, she would still be one of my favorite creators, and that is Jessie from The Worried Wanderer. I found Jessie when I moved to Colorado, and you may or may not know this about me, but I do have anxiety, and Jessie's page appealed to me because it's all about how she wanted to try new things and experience Colorado and everything that it had to offer, despite the fact that she herself also, has anxiety. When I found her page, it was such an inspiration, and, she's grown a lot since the time that I found her page, and she still is someone who, like, if I DM her about something that I'm worried about, she's so kind and so sweet and responds and is just really, really sweet. So when she invited me to go on this little retreat, even though my alarm bells were going, that sounds scary, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it because I really need to take advantage of all the amazing things that my beautiful state that I now live in has to offer. And I really love Estes Park. My husband and I spent a weekend together there for my birthday / Valentine's Day, and I've also been there recently. My mom and my kids and I took a day trip there from Fort Collins where we were doing a little staycation, and I love it. The scenery is beautiful. There's lots of good places to eat and things to do. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited. So I'm getting ready to roll out of my driveway and head up to Estes Park. It's about a 2-hour drive. I've got my book ready to go. I did bring a bag full of crochet stuff, and so when I get to where I'm staying, I'll kind of show you what I brought with me and what I plan to make like in the evenings when I have time to myself. I am going alone, which is something that I struggle to do. We're doing it, so I will kind of try to make some content during the process. I'm still getting comfortable making content in front of other people, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll always have my mic, so I apologize in advance for any sound issues. Let's do this. Let's hit the road. Okay, so I am here. I left my microphone in the car, so next clip I will try to have that. But I am staying at the YMCA of the Rockies in Estes Park. It is truly a no frills experience, and that's okay. It's rustic. My room, even though it's just me, has 2 sets of bunk beds. My kids would be so upset. There's a little bed there while I'll be sleeping. Nice little table. There's a little bathroom here with a little 3/4 shower, just a little standing shower. And then there's a little sink. And they do have toiletries here, which is nice. So there's like shampoo. I think I saw some body wash, hand wash, all those things. It's a little bit dicey on the drive. The drive was fine, no problem. I just got anxious, but it's okay. I'm here taking some deep breaths and I'm gonna get ready to go do a scavenger hunt. I have to show you guys this because I think it's really cool. You get a wristband and that's your room key. And the guy was like, you can keep it if you want a souvenir. We'll just deactivate it. But like, that's so awesome because if I put a room key in my pocket, like I could lose it. But this is on my wrist and I just go boop and I can get in. Anyway, I think that's very clever. And it reminds me of Disney. So that makes me happy. You definitely can't beat the views. Okay, so update. I am back in my room. And I just finished a scavenger hunt with a group of lovely ladies. One of the women brought her 2 daughters, which actually makes me feel really bad that I didn't bring my kids, but it's fine. It's not like there's a lot of kids here. There is a lot of stuff for kids to do here. I am winded. This elevation is slightly higher than where I live and I can feel it. Right now it's about 5:45 and I'm gonna figure out what to do for dinner. And then I'm going to join, I think, if I'm feeling up to it, they're gonna do a like sunset and stargazing thing. Looks like there's a fire pit. I don't know if they're gonna be lighting a fire at the fire pit, but we'll be doing that around 7. So I'll try to get some footage of that. And I was so excited because one of the content creators that's here brought her wolf dog and it is so cute. I'm going to try to like stealthy take a picture of it. Or maybe I'll just ask her. She seems very nice. The other hosts are super duper nice. And you can just really tell like they're passionate about the outdoors and making sure that the outdoors and outdoor activities are accessible to everyone no matter what. So they're really cool and I'm having a good time so far. I'm a little out of my comfort zone. I'm a lot out of my comfort zone, but I think this is going to be a good experience overall and I'm excited to tell you all more about it later. As you can see, I have my adorable Kiki's delivery service bag courtesy of my husband. This was actually for my birthday. I love Kiki's delivery service. Anyway, so I crammed as much in here as I could. And I'm going to try to show you what's in here with just one hand. So I've got some Premier Parfait Plush, my gallon Ziploc bag of stuffing, but it exploded in the car as I went up an elevation. It was zipped. I've got some Zaddy Crafts yarn from Crochet Me Zaddy. I have been hoarding this yarn hardcore because it's coming from Australia and I can't always afford to get it because of course the shipping is, you know, expensive, as it should be. And so I tend to make small things with this so I can get the most out of it. So I brought a couple skeins of that, some more Parfait Plush, and this new yarn that I'm trying from Amazon. It's a nice soft yarn. I like it. I thought I could maybe make a goose with that. I've got some Crochet, or however you say it, fluffy. I brought some black to go with the yellow in case I want to make a bee. I stuffed a little footy with some poly pellets so I could make another goose if I wanted to. I didn't want to bring all the poly pellets, so I just pre-stuffed this little footy, and then I've got to cut the excess off. I've got some 12mm eyes and some 10mm eyes. I have some wings for a dragon that I started. You can't really, the lighting kind of isn't great right now, but this is a really pretty bright pink. This is the wings for the sleeping dragon pattern that I am obsessed with by Nooks Hooks, because I've got one of those started that I'm making with this really pretty Sweet Snuggles Light floral yarn. Here's that one that I've started. Little cutie pie. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do the stripe down the back and that fur yarn. I think it'll look kind of like grass, which will go kind of with the floral plant motif. And look at this adorable stitch marker I got from my friend Britt, Nerdy Girl Crochets. It is Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle, if you like that movie, which is fitting since I have my Kiki's Delivery Service bag. More yarn, lots of yarn, some Sweet Snuggles Light, more Sweet Snuggles Light, Parfait Plush. Oh my gosh, I really fit a lot into this bag. I mean, I really stuffed it. Here's that pink for the wings. I figured if I want to make a second dragon, and then I've got some acrylic yarn for eye details. Sorry, I had to put the phone down to get that open. So in here I've got this really cute safety eye tool from What's Up Cupcake Crafts. Again, fitting it's Totoro. I just jammed a bunch of supplies in here. So I've got some pins for mapping things out. I've got my crochet hook, my pretty scissors. Now I'm gonna do some crocheting and I will show you all what I managed to make in a later clip, unless I have time to do that tomorrow. We'll see. So it is now Sunday morning. It's about 9 a.m. The event registration and check-in is from 9 to 10. So I'm only about a 5-minute walk from the main event space, like where everyone's meeting up. So I'll probably leave here around 9:30-ish. I already have my ticket. I was here yesterday. I just need to check in and scan my ticket. No biggie. Last night went well. I did get some sleep. I watched a movie. I got some crocheting done. I finished the body of my sleeping dragon and then I felt tired, so I didn't do the details on the back and attach the wings yet, but already very cute. I've had a protein bar for breakfast. I was really tired when I woke up. I didn't feel like going to the like quick grab and go area for breakfast stuff and coffee. I don't really know what they have, so I'm glad I brought those with me. That way I could take my supplements and medications that I need to take. Today's a pretty full day. I'll be listening to some speakers about various topics. One of the speakers I'm really interested in hearing from is the woman Liz, who has the wolf dog. I did get a picture, by the way. This is her wolf dog. So sweet, so cute. I learned a lot about wolves just from chatting with her, but she's doing a wolf conservation talk today, so I'm excited to hear about that. And then there's 2 others to choose from. There's like a welcome icebreaker type game we'll be doing in the beginning. Hopefully I'll either be doing a nature walk, a bird walk, because bird watching is the millennial version of Pokemon, apparently, or a watercolor class. I'll let you know what I end up doing. I'll check in probably at the end of the day and hopefully get some footage that I can insert here.
All this time I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do was easy to use. So call my time, but you weren't really mine, just something to do. Thought I never knew. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No sur-
As I'm sure you can tell from those clips, today was a very busy, very full day, but I had a really great time. I learned a lot from the different creators who I was able to go to their sessions. It was really inspiring. It really gave me kind of a sense of urgency in things that, you know, are also important to me, which is the state where I live. Colorado is a beautiful, beautiful state. I was called to move here. More on that later. If you want to hear that story, let me know about how we ended up here. But I love it here so much, and I want to protect not just this state and Rocky Mountain National Park, but I want other public lands to stay protected and stay public. And sometimes it feels like there's nothing you can do to kind of create change. But after today, I feel like there are things I can do, even being a busy mom with a small business and a full-time job on top of that. There are things I can do, even if they're small, but if everybody did something small to fight the attacks that are being made against our environment and our land, then imagine how much we could accomplish. It was a great day. I'm very tired. So I am going to watch a movie, do some more crochet, and head to bed, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning. It is Monday. It's almost 9:30. I am getting ready to check out of my room and head home. Checkout time was 10, but I asked for a later checkout because your girl is tired. I slept in this morning because I wasn't able to yesterday, and that felt really nice. I'm just sitting here having some coffee and a little breakfast burrito that I got from the Rustic Cafe. I also got some snacks. This breakfast burrito has green chili in it. And if you know anything about Colorado, that totally makes sense. Every burrito had green chili in it. But I'm just sitting here next to my window, enjoying some views of Estes Park while I still can. I'm a little bit sad to leave, but this was a really great weekend. Not only was it inspiring and a great opportunity for meeting new people and community building and meeting people who are like-minded, but it was a weekend of personal growth for me. As I've said in earlier clips, I do have anxiety. I'm pretty sure I've had it my whole life. As I've gotten older, for some reason, it's gotten more challenging. Maybe that has something to do with having kids. I don't know. But specifically, new experiences by myself and new experiences like around strangers where there's a lot of unknown seems to be very hard for me. And I'm really proud of myself, even though there were moments that were touch and go, even though I admit, I did have some moments of panic. I didn't have any today. That's a win. Probably because I'm going home and I know it. But I did it. I stuck with it. I didn't, chicken out and go home last night. My mom lives about an hour and a half away from Estes Park. She's in Wyoming, and it was really tempting to have her come rescue me. I'm 41, okay? And I still had moments where I wanted my mommy to come rescue me, but I stuck it out. I did them on my own, and that's big for me. So, this might not be something that would be difficult at all for somebody else, but it was challenging for me, and I'm really proud of myself. There was lots of good that came out of it. I may have to try some watercolor after talking with and painting with Sage and Leaf Studio, Jenny. She's so sweet and just a very nice person, and I'm excited to hopefully do things with her in the future, and Jessie from The Worried Wanderer in the future, and really all of the folks that were here this weekend. I hope I get to see again because everyone was just so nice. I was telling my husband that it was a group of people where we were playing silly games and a silly icebreaker game, and normally I'd feel so self-conscious and stupid, but everybody was doing it. Nobody was acting like, ugh, this is dumb. It was really, they were just people with good energy, positive energy. And that felt really nice. And I think that helped me feel safe also. The leaders of the weekend definitely did an amazing job creating a safe space and making everybody feel welcome. And I look forward to doing more events with the Colorado Creator Collective. So if you're in the area, if you care about the environment, if you care about environmental justice, I highly recommend you follow the Colorado Creator Collective and all of the folks associated with it. I'll be tagging a lot of accounts down below. If they have YouTube channels, I'll tag them. If they don't, I'll just provide their Instagram handles. And if you were someone who was there at the event, say hi in the comments. I'd love to reconnect with you. I'm going to get to eating my breakfast, and then I'm going to hit the road, and maybe I'll take some footage driving out. See you in the next one.
two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust. But after all the lessons learned, it would end the both of us. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my whole world become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave. Man, it feels like yesterday.
As you can see, it was a very full weekend, so I actually did not get as much crocheting done as I clearly thought I would. I did get a few things made, a couple of smaller makes, and then I did end up finishing that dragon when I got home. But the day that I came home, I was just so exhausted from being out and about and socializing, but also from being overwhelmed a little bit by the experience, that I just kind of crashed and didn't really film anything. I have been very busy this week, so I'm excited to show you some of the things I've made, some pattern tests that I've done, and also some other items that I have gotten in preparation for my market that is 1 week and 1 day away as of today, Friday, May 8th. So in the video, I showed you the dragon that I had started. Again, this is the sleeping dragon pattern from Nooks Hooks. And here is how that turned out. I really love how this one turned out. I love the floral motif and the colors. I think this fur yarn that I used really does give kind of that grass effect. And so I'm hoping that someone who's really into like gardening or plants or something like that picks this one up. I also made one other dragon since my last video, and that's this really pretty blue one. So I wanted to show you that as well. There are more dragons and color schemes that I have in mind, but I think I have to stop making dragons in order to make a few more smaller makes. But if I have time before my next market, I think I may definitely whip a few more of these up. Before I get into the other things that I made specifically for my market, I wanted to share 2 pattern tests that I completed. Both of these patterns are now available. I will link the patterns down below in the description if you're interested in picking them up yourself. The first pattern I'm going to share is from a creator who I have tested for before, and I'm also really happy to call a friend in the crochet community, and that is Dee Dee from Dee Dee's Plushies. Dee Dee makes some super adorable patterns. She's very talented and just a genuinely nice human being. The pattern that I tested for Dee Dee was her little Ankylosaurus. This is a low sew pattern. The only thing that gets sewn on is the head. Everything else is either crocheted in place or worked up as you go. I really love how this turned out. I think the colors are really fun, and I have all of Dee Dee's other dinosaur patterns. So I'm going to link this pattern specifically in the description below, but make sure you check out the others as well. The next pattern I tested was actually a pattern trio. When I saw it come up in my feed, I thought it would be great for my market just because they look like cute, quick makes. And that is the peanut and bean pattern from Jar Full of Knots. First, here is the bean that I made. It turned out super cute. It's super quick. You can see from the size in my hand, it's not very big, but it's just so darling. I kind of wish I had done this one in a like a darker color, but I still think it looks really cute. The second make from that pattern test is this little bean sprout. I love this so much. I love the little feet on it and that it can sit and would make a really cute desk buddy or something like that, some shelf decor. And then the third pattern from that test is this little peanut. It's so cute. I love the shaping of it. And like I said, they're all not very large, making them pretty fast to work up, and they just look so cute together. Jarful of Knots has a lot of really adorable patterns on their website as well as on Etsy. I will link this specific pattern pack down below, but I highly encourage you to check out their other patterns as well. In addition to that pattern, you can get some little cards that Chung created to go with the peanut and the bean. And they say things like, thank you for being awesome, you're my favorite human being, positive peanut, and other really cute sayings as well. That's it for pattern tests. So let's talk a little bit more about some of the things I have been making this week. The first I'm going to show you is not a new pattern to me. I've actually had this pattern for a while. It's just one I haven't picked up for a little bit. And I know that Octos seem to do well for people at market, so I figured I would make some more Octos from the Octopus family pattern by All From Jade. Again, it's linked down below in the description. Specifically, I made the baby Octo for my market, but this octopus pattern comes with 3 different sizes. There's a mommy Octo and a daddy Octo, and the baby Octos can actually fit inside the mommy Octo, which makes it kind of like an interactive plushie. So these are the Octos I made. I've made one in purple, mint, yellow, pink, and orange. And I love these so much. I think they would actually make really great keychains because of their size. However, I'm not 100% sure if people would prefer them as just a little desk buddy or a keychain. So I'm thinking at my market, I'm actually going to give people the option. And I'll share more about that in my next video. But my plan is to offer people the option to have me turn their plushie into a keychain at my booth for like a little extra, like 50 cents to $1. Again, that pattern for the baby Octo is part of a pattern pack. I believe Jade also has it available for free as a YouTube tutorial, but if you want the PDF, it's part of the Octopus family pattern. The next pattern that I worked on is another pattern from All From Jade. It's super cute, works up in about 10 minutes, and is also free on Instagram. And that is these cute little whales. I tried to stick with the same colors as the Octos, so I made one in mint, one in yellow, one in purple, one in blue. I still need to make an Octo in this color, one in pink and one in orange. These, like I said, are so fast. I used Zaddy Crafts or Sweet Snuggles light yarn and 10mm eyes on these. They're great if you have small, like leftover skeins of yarn you need to use up, and they're nice and squishy. I think again, these would make great keychains or desk buddies. These and the Octo are both completely no-sew, which is why they work up so quickly, and I just love how they look. This next pattern I'm going to show you is one that I've actually had saved for a while. It's another free pattern on Instagram from maker Cheerful Coyote, and I am totally obsessed with it. And that is this little chunky bee. I mean, look how cute it is. Now, I know I've heard from others that bees do well at markets, but so many bees are just kind of that ball shape, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I was really excited about these. They just brought me a lot of joy to make. Again, these are a really quick make. They are no-sew. You do work the wings in, you crochet, surface crochet those on, same with the antenna, but I'm absolutely obsessed. I have made 3 in each colorway. So I've done 3 of the brown and yellow and 3 of the black and yellow. And I'm planning to display these in a little honeycomb shaped shelf. I think that will look really cute. I think they make, again, a great desk buddy. They're a little bit large for keychains, but maybe a bag charm or something like that. I may still make some, typical bees that you see at markets just to throw in my $10 bin, we'll see. But I really, really love these so much, and there's a good chance I may be making more. I reached out to Cheerful Coyote to ask if it was okay if I made a slight modification to the pattern just to see how it would look as a rosy maple moth, and they said they were totally fine with that. So here is my version of a rosy maple moth using that chunky bee pattern. I think it's really cute. I definitely think it gives Rosy Maple Moth vibes, although I think most moth patterns, the wings are a little bit larger, but that's okay. It could also be like a really cute little pink and yellow butterfly. Cheerful Coyote also has some other really cute free patterns available on Instagram that I also want to check out and try making as well. This next pattern is another free pattern, and this pattern comes from Crochet by Jania on Instagram, and that is her free no-sew otter pattern. Look how cute they are. I love them so much. I think they're adorable. They're another quick make, no sew, and I think that these will also go in like a $10 bin. I've done them in 2 slightly different color variations, and I think they turned out really, really cute. I did use slightly different yarn sizes on each of these. That's why one's a little bit bigger than the other, but I really love this pattern. It's adorable. The next pattern I want to share with you is also a free pattern. I've only made one so far, but it is a nice quick make, and that is this adorable little tulip. This pattern comes from Crochets by Liza and is available for free on Instagram. I'm planning on making a few different colors of these tulips and putting them all in a small cube vase that I have. I think they'll look really cute in there. They're the perfect height for it, and I just think it'll make a really nice display. That's it for the free patterns I've been working on, and now I want to share with you some of the paid patterns that I've purchased recently or revisited to prep for my market. So there was the Sleeping Dragons by Nooks Hooks. This next pattern comes from Crochet by Dill. There is a free version of this pattern on Instagram, it's just smaller, but this is the Stardew chicken pattern. I know there's lots of chicken patterns out there, and a lot of them kind of look very similar. So when I saw this chicken, I was really excited because I know lots of Stardew fans are out there, but also I just think it has personality. I love the shape of it. Considering the size, I think it works up relatively quickly. It is no sew, which is always a plus when you're market prepping. So far, I have made one in white, one in yellow, and one in brown. Now, according to the internet, there is a gold chicken in Stardew Valley. I actually haven't played it in a really long time, and when I did play it, I didn't get very far. Don't judge me. Don't come for me in the comments. I know people who love Stardew are like ride or die fans. Eventually, I promise I'll get back into it. But according to the internet, there's such thing as like a gold chicken, so that's what I'm going for. I think there's also a black chicken. I know there's a blue chicken. So I'm planning on making at least a black and a blue one. I also saw one that's like a brown head with a black body. Let me know in the comments if that's accurate or if there's like a chicken color from Stardew that I'm missing. But anyway, I love this pattern, and I think other people will see it and love it as well. This next one is from a creator that I shared in my last video. I've made another version of this pattern, and that is Emalie the Goose. I really love this pattern. I think it is so adorable. I weighted this one as well. In my Estes Park video, I showed you that I had brought the poly pellets to make this, but I didn't actually make it there. I made it when I came home. In just one evening, it works up really quickly because it's low sew, and I just love it so much. The little bonnet like just gets me every time. I haven't added the embroidery to this one yet. I'm not sure what color flowers to do. I'm a little bit torn on that. So if you have suggestions what you think might look good with this cute little pink bonnet, let me know. I'm thinking maybe like a buttercup yellow or a blue. I think I did purple on my last one. So let me know what you think would look best with this little goose. This pattern is from Hecla Goriane. I think I'm saying that correctly. I'm not sure. But you can find it on Etsy. I'll link it down below again. I think if you like geese, which are super trendy right now, you definitely want to check this pattern out. Last but not least, this is actually a pattern I have not made in a while. It's one of my own patterns. This pattern comes from my Whisperwood Forest Critters set that I created after making my Twinkle Fairies and Aspen the Forest Friend patterns. I just thought it kind of fit into that world that I was creating as like a story. So this is Prickle the Hedgehog, and this is a no-sew crochet pattern. I did use a technique of making a French knot for the nose. I think it's really cute, but you can also just embroider it. There is a video on my Instagram of how to do a French knot if you're not sure, but it's also something you can Google and find here on YouTube as well. I think I'm going to make a few more of these because I think hedgehogs are really cute. A lot of people like hedgehogs and I just enjoy making this one, so I'm looking forward to making more. And that's it in terms of things I have made since my last video, things I'm making in order to prep for my market. The next thing I want to share with you isn't crochet related, but it is something that I got for my market. If you're here on YouTube, you may also be a follower of What's Up Cupcake Crafts, who has a lot of great helpful videos, lots of pattern roundups and things of that nature. And one of the things I really enjoy about watching those videos is learning about markets and what kind of things tend to do well at markets. And one of the things I noticed is that she sells stickers at her markets. And I thought, what a great item to have that people can purchase to support you without making a huge investment. I personally am not super artistic when it comes to drawing and things like that, but I also wanted to make sure that I wasn't reselling stickers that were generated by AI. I'm not completely anti-AI necessarily. I think it's an inevitable part of our lives right now, but I do think that we should be doing our part to make sure that it's not hurting the planet and also not hurting artists. And unfortunately, a lot of artwork out there does seem to be generated by AI, especially if you're buying stickers on places like Amazon. So I reached out to What's Up Cupcake Crafts and I said, hey, where are you sourcing your stickers from? You know, I want to make sure that if I do this, I get them from a real artist. And she pointed me to a wholesale website called Fair. And specifically, the shop that she pointed me towards is called Turtles Soup. And this is a real artist in Tucson, Arizona, who creates these stickers and sells them at a wholesale price so that you can then resell them. So I just wanted to show you some of the stickers I got. I'm really excited. I think they're really cute. And I'm hoping that the people at my market love them too. I did end up getting a lot of stickers because Fair was running a deal for your first purchase. You got like a credit. I'm not sure I would have been able to afford the amount of stickers I got if it weren't for that deal. But I just wanted to show you the packaging from them is so cute. I love it so much. So again, the shop's name is Turtles Soup. And it comes with this cute little thank you card, this cute little envelope, which had all of my invoice information inside it and a couple little extra freebie stickers that I'm gonna keep for myself. Here are the stickers I ordered. The first one I got is Friend to Cryptids. In Colorado, you know, we have Bigfoot and things like that, so I thought that might be kind of a popular one. I got this cute little snail sticker as a reminder to slow down and enjoy life. As soon as I saw this little cat in a mushroom hat, I knew I had to have it. Like, it's so whimsical and like cottagecore and cute. I love the colors, so I added this one to my cart as well. This moose has kind of fall vibes, but it's just so cute. I love the little expression on its face. So I thought that would be a cute one to have available. I also try to stick with animals or things that are kind of Colorado themed since I'm a Colorado small business. So I got this little fox. Here in Colorado, we love our cowboy culture. So obviously I had to get this little cat in a cowboy hat and boots that says Meowdy. And then as a lover of books and all things fantasy, especially fantasy books, I got this sticker that says just one more page. If you've ever stayed up late at night reading, you can relate. The struggle is real. I'm hoping I don't sell out of these because I kind of want one of these for myself. And that's this cute little jar that has like lightning bugs and mushrooms and crystals inside. It's got like a magical, whimsical vibe and I'm obsessed with it. Let's be real, I really just bought these for me. Another one I got was Radiate Positivity because I think we just need more of that in life. And it was really pretty. I love the colors. Another good reminder to choose kindness. Here in Colorado, we love to hike and explore the outdoors. So I got this beautiful sticker with a butterfly that says Wanderer. Another cryptid I had to have was this jackalope. Of course, we had to have another sticker with Bigfoot on it or Sasquatch. And that is this one that says love the forest. Take care of our planet, people. It's so cute. I just love, he's a tree hugger. And then the last one I got is this little bear in a canoe on the lake with the mountains in the background that says get lost, but in a nice way. So I think I'm going to get a little sticker display that I can keep next to my checkout area on my table, and hopefully people will pick those up as an add-on to their purchase or just grab one if they want to support my booth, but maybe don't have the funds to purchase one of my plushies. I'm really looking forward to seeing how those do. And again, thanks to What's Up Cupcake Crafts for kind of helping me find those and for being just so open about any question I've had. She's been really helpful and sweet. So have my friends Britt from Nerdy Girl Crochets. I've been watching a lot of content from Crochet with Kelsey and Allie Mackenzie Crafts. Also good friends of mine who are in the market, crochet market space with lots of valuable information on their channels. If you're not already subscribers, highly, highly recommend all of those lovely ladies. Give them a follow, give them some support. That's it for today's video. I'm really excited because over the next week, I'm gonna be really hunkering down and preparing for my market. I'm gonna have to do a lot of administrative work, like getting all of these items I've shared with you tagged and into some kind of inventory for my square setup that I have. I still haven't gone through the inventory that already exists, so I definitely need to do that. I'm gonna try to stop making things soon. I think after this weekend, I'm just gonna stop, and whatever I have is what I have. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I hope you stick around and follow along for the rest of this journey and other adventures that may find me. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.